devilish in color, this cruel personification of evil is made more eerie by the lack of verbal communication. Hovering slowly, with only the whirs and the flutters of mechanical gears accompanying that soul-red optic, the sinister sentinel dishes out punishment, even when his keeper, the main antagonist, Dr. Reinhardt, has not given the order. It's Maximilian from the 1979 cult classic, The Black Hole. The Black Hole is truly a marvel, although it clearly failed to serve up what was promised. But in an era of riding the vapor trail of Star Wars, The Black Hole is still a valiant effort of sci-fi madness, both family-friendly and shockingly mature. Be prepared for a soap opera in space with long exposition and creeping anticipation to the wah-wah ending, leaving you to philosophically query what lies beyond the black hole. It is the robots that make the black hole, from Bob to Vincent to, of course, the highlight of this show, Maximilian. Their representation and characterization bring you back for more. Max is stunning on screen as he defies gravity while following through the commands of his maker. No feat to hold him, this scene-stealing behemoth endlessly defies gravity and can sneak up on anyone with chilling precision. Speaking of precision, his multi-appendage design functions at greater efficiency to see to the tasks at hand, as well as both warn and eviscerate those who get in his way. Max here is a 2020 Walgreens exclusive from Diamond Selects. He is light but perfectly sets the tone with the right kind of shadows, and the scoring and wear of his metal body from sojourns into space set the scene. Lacking only but a light inside that dome of his, the articulation of this figure is true to form and composed to render images of dark and brooding terror. Including interchangeable arm extensions that replicate both open and closed multi-purpose tools used for the obvious button pushing, as well as the occasional murder. This is not the first figure of this ferocious fiend. To accompany the film's release, action figures of most of the characters were easily found. The Black Hole toy production was pretty aggressive. They looked to milk as much as possible out of this would-be sci-fi classic. Mego produced the original toys in 1979, including this first action figure of Maximilian on card with plastic stand to join the rest of the crew. MPC created model kits, one of the Cygnus and one of our big baddie, Max himself. At 11 inches tall, he was in perfect scale with the 12-inch action, not fashion, dolls of the rest of the characters. And Gig made an all-magnetic piece where Max could stand easy enough, as well as apparently fall apart as needed, since all of his limbs detached in this way. They bet big on charting a course to a more adult fare, but the cult status of this film means that all of these Maxes, along with the other figures, the playset of the Cygnus, the Palomino ship and toy blaster, did not reach the young audience Disney had hoped for when planning production and merchandising. You know what that means. More toys for us adult collectors. Perfect movie-based merchandise sure to befit the cinematic success. Sadly, that was not to be. The slow pace was too much of a burden for the gothic mystery but engaging story. The sophomoric dialogue and bad science deflated what should have been a captivating finale to such a bold undertaking as to the other side of a black hole. In the end, trippy imagery left confounded moviegoers scratching their heads and hoping the comic tie-in would fill in loose ends. Unfortunately, that didn't happen either. Besides a knockoff from Brazil in 1980, it would be 40 years before we saw this historic movie menace grace the shelves in full 21st century technical design glory and aesthetic with Diamond Select figures. There are other figures in this line. The hard-to-find Bob as well as Maximilian's mechanical movie nemesis, the good, if not chatty, uncredited Roddy McDowall voiced Vincent. We see size didn't matter when it came to this little trash can from stopping the monster, at least for a moment. You can't simply keep a robot like Maximilian down, and in the end, he was a fitting final image. For a film with little payoff, it's good to see the heavy get his due. As a strange and almost heroic act, it looks as if Maximilian provides a safe haven for Reinhardt within his very being. Merged with his creation over the burning rocks of a hellish landscape, could it be that our villain has survived? More likely, it isn't so literal, but only that in the power of the mysterious vortex, Maximilian alone endures, but now a true embodiment of the whole of his creator. Now, infused with Dr. Reinhardt both inside and out, he is master of He Who Made Him, and all those who stand in his way on the other side of the black hole.